All right, going into the day, quick recap. I was pretty bearish, right? We've had this continuation of nonsense that's been happening on the higher time frame, but if this is going to be a market maker sell model, right, where we come up here, we build up all this liquidity, and then we efficiently run that liquidity, we could potentially see these lows get taken. Yesterday was an 800-point pump, and then today was a 800-point flush. So, you know, it's pretty nonsensical the way the markets are moving, but I am bearish looking at this chart. So, market opens, and we don't do a whole lot of anything, right? We've got potentially some AMD in here, accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution. If that was to show up, I wasn't interested in it because, like I said, I was looking for shorts, and you really didn't have any other confluences to justify along there. So, as the day moves on, we start to see this flush here. And what happens is we come down, we sweep London low, we sweep external liquidity sitting over here, we put in this SMT, we're delivering out of a 4-hour, and the market starts to reject. So all my PO3 traders, this is happening right around 9 a.m., they start going long, targeting London highs. Let's just change this. This is my indicator if you're interested. Targeting those London highs, right? We've taken previous day low, we've taken London low, tons of liquidity downside, we start rejecting. However, I do not have enough market structure to justify a long here, right? What we want to see is nice, easy market structure on the way down so that we can efficiently run all that liquidity on the way up, right? Nice and easy staircase on the way up. What I don't want to see is a massive flush that creates a free solo climb of Yosemite, right? I cannot take my grandmother on this hike. She will die. Most likely, I will die, right? This is super dangerous. So, market, to me, still looks like it's going lower. So, I wait. And we got this order block on the 1 minute that's being respected. We had a 5-minute fair value gap in here that was being respected. A lot of reasons not to be going long. So, we get our SMT that shows up here. We're delivering, I turned off the FVGs, but we're delivering out of a 30-minute fair value gap here. We are in OTE of this range here, right? So really nice, everything we're looking for in OTE, delivering out of a higher time frame. This is a 30. SMT, and then we're waiting for a fair value gap to get inverted, which was right in here. We had a 3-minute and a 4-minute fair value gap that was sitting in our way. Inverted that, and then patiently waited for our change in the state of delivery. So we entered the trade, targeting lower. We also had this additional confluence of coming out of these inefficiencies and still rejecting this order block. So really nice reasoning to go lower. One thing we had against us is that this is technically a protected low. We have an SMT delivering out of a higher time frame fair value gap. So this is a tough target, so I did go light on size. Entered the trade here, my stop loss up here. And once we put in this order block, right? It's a little baby order block, but it's still an order block. Ooh, save the surprise for a minute. I went break even. Because at this point, if we're putting in order blocks, we're efficiently targeting lower, and what is going on here? And the market wants to turn around on me, I don't want to be a part of that. All right, I don't know why this is broken, but there we go. So we put in this order block here, and I'm comfortable going break even because I want to, this is an indication that the market is most likely going to go lower. We have a clear target below us. Maybe we come back and test this, but my entry should be safe if I'm right and the market wants to keep doing what I want to see it doing. Unfortunately, the president tweets and this happens. And so I get knocked out break even, which is fine. Because the only thing worse than getting knocked out break even is being 80 points into profit to then have your initial stop loss get kicked out, right? With the conditions that we were discussing, we were in a little bit of chop. It wasn't super clean of an entry, and it wasn't the best RR to my break even / TP1. I wanted to be a little more conservative, so I went break even. And price shot up 100 points, 150 points almost. And then, yes, eventually did go in my favor. A lot of the times what happens with news is the market reacts to it, but then continues to go and do what it was going to do anyway, right? And that's exactly what we saw here. So I went break even a little early because this order block gave me the reasoning to do it, right? I didn't just randomly move my stop up because I was scared. We saw an order block, we saw efficient price, we had a clear target. There's no reason for the market to be 10 points within my TP to only then reverse against me. If it does that, it's usually not a good sign. If it happens organically, news is not organic. This is just reactionary. So this couldn't have been predicted, unfortunately, and this is what ended up happening. So tough break even. Then I got off the screens because this was a lot of work to take that break even, right? Like, let's not forget, not taking a trade through all this, not trying to FOMO into some long here like every IFVG trader who saw this get inverted and decided to go long only to get stopped out, right? Or every PO3 trader who was waiting for those London highs who had eventually gotten stopped out. I patiently waited through the entire session for this trade here to show up, right? This is my model, this is what I was looking for. And even then, the conditions weren't A+, so I went small on size. Now, if I was to continue trading after this break even that I earned, I'm FOMOing, right? My head is now in the space of I want to take another trade, right? I was only waiting for A+ setups at this point. When I continue trading after getting knocked out break even, all of a sudden those B+ setups don't look so bad to me, right? All of a sudden I can justify a B setup, and I don't want to be in that mindset. And so I got to get off the charts. In trading, a break-even trade is considered a winning trade, right? We entered, we waited, we followed our rules, we managed to trade appropriately. That is a win. I will come back tomorrow, and I will do the same thing. I'm not going to start risking capital unnecessarily just so I can take more action. All right, took everything live. Got a link down below if you want to join us. Come say hello. Hope we play it safe today. I'll see you around.